Hello again, I'm Neil Evans and welcome back to the Carnival Club here at betting.club. Your place to go right through the Spring Carnival for all the great markets and best offers around. We are, as I say, right in the bulk of the spring. One of the great days on the calendar, Caulfield Cup Day in Melbourne. Look out for all those markets coming up from the middle of the week right through to the weekend, and indeed right across all the venues on this very big Super Saturday we look forward to. And what a card it is. 10 races at Caulfield, 7 group races. We're going to focus on the big ones. Of course, the Group 1 Caulfield Cup over the mile and a half. We've got the Group 2 Trystarc Stakes for the mares and the Group 2 Caulfield Sprint. They're the 3 races we will look at now, and the early market movers, of course, here at betting.club. But don't forget 4 other Group 3 races supporting. So 7 group races in all, a bumper card at Caulfield, and we hope we can steer you into a winner or two. Well, let's look at this Caulfield Cup, of course. Probably, one of the big 3 we say every spring on the Australian racing calendar, and it's a clash of, again, of some very good locals against a good bag of overseas horses who have been well tuned up for a double raid on the Cups this spring. Let's go to the early market. We can see number 11, the very good mare Jamaica, who's had a lovely preparation. 340 out to 350 early. Watch these prices. They will move around a lot the closer we get to the race, but around 350 Jamaica is the clear-cut favourite. Now, one that's moved very early, it's been backed in both Cups in futures markets. Number 4 Scottish for the Charlie Appleby yard, $8.50 into $7.50 very quickly. Back out now to $8 on the second line, so watch out for Scottish, one of the overseas runners. Down then to number 12 Real Love, a very smart horse for the Darren Weir yard. Of course, was a dominant winner at Moonee Valley last start. It's also there on the second line at $8. Other movers, Andreas Waller, of course, we know him well from Protectionist, winning the 2014 Melbourne Cup with number 9 Articus. It's solid around the $9 mark, but it has been well specced early by the punters. Other horses to look out for in the market, $10 for number 3 Exospheric. This horse is now in the hands of the Friedman camp, raced as Exosphere over in Europe and the UK, so it's in the money around about $10. Then we go further out in the market. Let's have a look at some of these other runners, notably Tally, who's been knocking on the door 3 runs back. It's 11 out to 15, so easy in betting early, and the rest of them are at a pretty big price. So they're the big runners, of course, in the Caulfield Cup. Look at the weights. Jamaica, 52.5 kilos. It's had 4 runs back. It was a very good winner 2 starts back, and it's just had a really nice preparation for the Kieran Maher yard. I think it's a worthy favourite. Probably get out to around about at least the $4 mark by the time we get to the big race. It's a clear-cut favourite. Look, Scottish, as I say, has been very well backed. It's won 2 of its last 4. I think it's very well weighted with 55 kilos when you consider its European form. It's got to be a serious contender in the race. So too another one that's moved for the overseas runners, number 5 Sir Isaac Newton. Opened $13 at betting.club into 12 and now into 10. Still a long way from the race, so a good move for Sir Isaac Newton. Last start winner at Randwick, of course, Sir John Hawkwood, winning second up, goes to Melbourne, only 53.5, 17 into 16, that's number 8. It's got to be a chance in the race. As I say, Real Love, very good mare. Really is a matter if it can just. I'm just worried if it can run a strong mile and a half. We know it's very good over the mile and at 2,000 metres. If it can bring that Moonee Valley form to Caulfield over the longer trip in higher company, then Real Love's got a lot of class. But pretty open Caulfield Cup, as you can see. I'm going to put Scottish on top. I respect the money. I think it's superbly weighted. No doubt the top 2 in the market, if it does start second favourite along with Jamaica, are the best weighted runners. But I think Scottish on the score of quality and at the weights with Karen McAvoy riding is my tip. So number 4 Scottish to win the Caulfield Cup, around about $8 at betting.club. I'll leave Jamaica in to run second, drawn 11. She should be able to get across Nicholas Hall and put her in a good spot. I think she's going very well, 52.5. She's got to be a serious chance in the race. And the other one I do like is Sir Isaac Newton, who's a really, really tough stayer, and with 55. A lot of these overseas horses won't know themselves with these sort of weights down under. So Scottish number 4 to win, to beat 11 Jamaica, and in for third Sir Isaac Newton number 5. So that's our look at the Caulfield Cup. Let's move now to the Group 2 Caulfield Sprint over 1,000 metres. Some sharp horses here. Favourite early at betting.club, number 5, Hellbent, was a dominant winner, particularly in its last start at Caulfield. It's put 2 together, but last start rounded them up beautifully from midfield. Going to be very hard to beat over the short course. Wild Rain's going very well, won 2 from 3 this prep. Number 4, it's at $5.50, rock solid at betting.club. So too our boy Malachi for the Hawks camp. Massive run resuming at Randwick, straight down to Melbourne. This is what a lot of these Sydney stables do. 1 run in town, switch them down to Melbourne for the Carnival and fire second up. So our boy Malachi, solid at $5.50. And out you go then to $8.50 for Fadnar, number 3 for the Hayes Dabernig camp. And probably the headline story in the race, number 1, Lankan Rupee, one of the great sprinters over the last couple of years, resuming from a long break for Mick Price. $9.50 early betting.club. Look, I think that price will firm. I'm not too convinced about the 1 gate, and certainly 61 kilos is a big impost for Lankan Rupee to carry first run back from a long break and what is pretty good company. So I think it might be hard for Lankan Rupee to win first up. Further out in the market, the rest are at pretty big odds. Looking at the race, I think our boy Malachi could be the one to beat. I think we'll fire second up. I think it's quite well placed in the race, and even though drawn wide late in the day, you may want to be a little bit off the rail. And number 2, our boy Malachi can zip over from a wide gate and just might be able to steal a couple of nice sectionals through the middle of the race and finish it off. So number 2 to win the Caulfield Sprint for me, our boy Malachi, to beat the really informed number 5 Hellbent in for second, and for third I'm going to leave in Wild Rain, who's drawn nicely, should sit right behind the speed. And it's pretty slippery over 1,000 metres. So I've gone for the real speed. It's 2 our boy Malachi to beat 5 and 4. And the other of the Group 2 races we're going to look at here at the Carnival Club is for the mares, the Trystarc Stakes over 1,400 metres. This is a pretty open race. On top early at betting.club, number 2 Tycoon Tara, $4. Then you've got $4.50 for Danish Twist, who is second up in Melbourne, was very good first up, a good strong third. Then you go to First Seal. We know this horse very well. It's second up as well, switching straight down to Melbourne. It's at the $5.50 mark. Best of the rest, they're the big 3 in the market. Then you've got quite a gap as we go out to $11 for number 3 Pearls and $13 for 4 French Emotion, a very good winner last start at Flemington. 11 Tilapia and Shalala, who was also a good winner at Caulfield last start, number 12. They're all at the $13 line. So there's plenty of value in this race. Tycoon Tara is going to get a lovely run from gate 3. Rock hard fit. It's had a number of runs back and very, very consistent. But the horse I'm going to bank on here late in the day, swooping down the middle, is French Emotion. I can't believe this horse is around the $13 mark early. Admittedly, it's probably more suited to Flemington, but once it's broken through 4 runs back, it was dominant last start. This is strong company for sure, but $13 is massive overs for number 4 French Emotion. I think it'll jump a lot shorter. So each way all day to win the Trystarc Stakes for me, number 4 French Emotion. I think Danish Twist is the toughest to beat. Even though it's drawn wide, I think it's going well. Its first up run was a beauty. I'm going to put Danish Twist in for second, and for third I will go back to Tycoon Tara, number 2, to run third, and it might have a job, drawn well, might have a job holding on to favouritism. I'm going to give First Seal 1 more run. I think third or fourth up might be ready to fire, not this time around. So recapping in the Trystarc Stakes here at the Carnival Club at the big price, number 4 French Emotion to win, to beat number 6 Danish Twist, and leaving in number 2 Tycoon Tara for third. So that's our look at the big 3 on Caulfield Cup Day here at betting.club. Don't forget all the very best offers around, all the value right around the country, and particularly on the big race days as we get into the bulk of the spring. So check out all those prices, back plenty of winners at betting.club, and have a fantastic spring, and I'll see you next time at the Carnival Club.